master. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Black 20. Watch run. We got right. Watch the run.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Think about some of the memorable performances that Ben Roethlisberger's had over the years, and one of them came against the Ravens. He threw 6 touchdowns back in 2014 in a win against Baltimore. And actually, now that I think about it, that was on the heels of a 6-touchdown performance in a win over Indianapolis the week prior. So October of 2014 was kind of Big Ben. The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Two times.
Throwing on second down, Roethlisberger. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Solid, 5 down.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Hey. We got 3.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Johnson was the intended receiver. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 16, Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Hey, 2.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Johnson the intended target, and now it's third down.
Hey, alert. Hey, high 7.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got under...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Mike, 36. Hey, Echo. Check.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, watch this.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. now Jackson will look to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 22, jet, bomber. Screen. 22, jet, bomber. Switch, come on. Switch. Check 31, check 31.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. With touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
We got this.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Boom, boom. Check 6 guys. Check 99, check 99. 29 is the mic. Mic 29. In your face.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Roethlisberger. He finds his man Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Watch 30, 44, 36 to Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger.
10.
Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They were looking for Johnson that time.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Single.
It's 3rd down and 5.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
We got to step it up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mike 29. Watch the slant.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. Big chunks of yardage the last few plays, and the Ravens have another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's our time. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Jim. Watch the edge.
Jackson now. to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Steelers make over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Gordon as they go to him again. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Quarter. 36 to my life.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Like 80. Watch time. Tight end right. Even. 4 down. Even.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Don't get nervous.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
218, chop.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger gets it to Gordon.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Don't let
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
Here we go.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They complete it to Hill. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Alert flare, alert flare.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he cut, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work.
Lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's Thomas. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
No, off.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Like 80. Hey, we got 3. Hey, orbit. Jack 16.
This time, Roethlisberger will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Show that bench release and go. Hey, box drop, box drop.
He'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Go. He's coming. 44. He's coming. Double up.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
SOS.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. This will be caught by Brown. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Baltimore, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.